And now you've settled and you're mediocre. And then you surround yourself with people like you to make you feel okay with being where you are. Sometimes you'll go back a little further because you'll feel better than the people that are around you because now they're below you. So for you to get to this place of creativity, this is the section that I'm addressing right now. And it's this section of resistance that keeps you from getting where you can go on your own. And you also stop the people that are trying to help you, whether they be scene partners, teachers, instructors, coaches, directors, whoever. You're now not allowing them to do it. And what happens is, to these people, you're not a player, you become boring. Because they're over here creating and you're not. And so they can't do it because we need a yes end in order to make something work. And you're a yeah, but. You see? And so you that now are not able to get into the brilliance. So I'll give you two contrasting examples and I'll move on. One example of this is seeing something going on up here. Now, a lot of you guys are going into places in this studio you've never been to. Raise your hand if you've been taken to a place you've never been to before at any point in the juncture state. Yeah, okay, then you're smart. You're getting your money's worth. You're in a training facility, you better be, because you're being pushed to do different things. Well, when you are pushed to do something, I'll see opportunity. I'll see potential. I'll see things in you that maybe you think are there or maybe aren't even aware are there, and I'll start going after it. And then your stuff kicks in. And it stops the process. And then I'll come around from another angle to try to trick you positively. Strategy. It's like the chiropractor that says, oh, just relax, and then get you when you don't. Or the dentist is telling you that stupid joke and then gets in there after the freaking cavity. You know, it's a distraction to get you off guard so that we can go in and do what we need to do. And then when I find out that that's being fought, and I'm giving you the same note now 3 times and you're not budging, you've halted. You've halted the creative process. You've stopped. And that's where you are in your development. Or you go to any of your protection mechanisms. That kills and stifles everything. That happens often. Oh, that's really good. Push it a little bit more. Oh, that laugh that you just did, let it go, let it go. And you don't. Give it more. Throw that hip out. Throw that hip out. And you won't, and I'll stand there and I'll be doing it. And you're like, and it's, okay, we're locked. We just got landlocked. We can't go anywhere. Because if you throw that hip out, it's going to open up something else. Oh, now do this. Oh, do this. And now what happens is we're able to find things. And you're a perfectionist going, this is weird. I don't feel good. I've never done this before. I don't want to do this. And now you've stopped yourself. That could be in Spanish too. Ole. Do you get what I'm saying? All right, now we'll look at the other side. I'll just take what's going on right now. We're working on a song. Celine and Leif and myself are working on a song for the showcase. And this is how it worked out. Celine said, Leif and I are going to do a song. I said, oh, cool, great. What are you going to do? And they said the song. I said, great, let me hear it. I said, oh, that's really great. Are you doing it exactly like this? Are you going to do this song? And they went, yeah. I said, give me the lyrics. I want to authentify it. I want to work with it. I want to make it work for what we're doing. I don't want to just take somebody else's lyrics. So they sent me the lyrics. And Celine's like, did you get them? Did you get them? Did you get them? I said, yeah, yeah. I said, they're not there yet. I'm not there yet. I need time with it. I need to, I'm not going to go in and go, oh, it's going to be this. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, where's that coming from? It's a creative process because now I'm on the other side of fear. I'm not afraid of getting it wrong. I write professionally. You just write and edit and cut and dump and you keep what you think is good. And then if that doesn't work, you trash that and you find something else. You don't get married to it. It's not your value system. What you do is not who you are. And you got to learn that. So I get here with Leif and I said, I haven't really had time to spend time with the lyrics. We have some time now. We're done with everything. Let's work on the lyrics. So he goes, all right. I said, right. All right. So he's on one side. I'm on the other side. And I'm right. And I turn and said, what do you think of that? He looks at it. He goes, oh, that's pretty good. This is something there. And I'm not sure. But I said, yeah, good. Mark it up. Mark it up. What do you got? Give it to me. Oh, okay, cool. Cool. Mark it up. Mark it up. We mark it up. Let's go. Continue. All right. Let's try this. Let's air it out. Let's hear how it sounds. Da, 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 da. No, that's not working. No. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Great. It's not. There's no like you're changing my words. You know, it's not like, well, why don't you like what I did? Yeah, and that's crazy. You can't get anywhere. So we start tossing the thing around. Well, we go ahead and then I said, well, listen, there's a riff in there for me. I can lay a nice riff in here with this thing. Let's go. Let's fire it up. So we fired up. He said, go ahead, play something. So he starts playing a melody to the lyrics, and I'm listening to it, and I'm coming in, and I'm laying in, and he's like, how's this working? How's this working? Yeah, I said, that felt a little weird. Yeah, let's bring that back. Okay, and it's just an ongoing process of that. Then Celine comes in, and we say, okay, Celine, we got a place for your harmonizing to harmonize your vocals. Come on in here, and she comes on in, and she goes, well, where's this going to go? I said, we don't know. We don't know yet. She goes, well, what's happening after this? I said, I don't know. We won't know until we get there. Well, I need to know. Okay, well, it's coming. Let's hear what this sounds like. Oh, okay. I got that. Oh, great. Here's where it's going to go. And then this whole other thing opens up. And then this other thing opens up. And we're like, oh, wow, look, it's alive. Great. We're in it. And now it starts talking to you. And this can happen with choreography. It can happen with blocking. It can happen with anything. But you have to be in that space where you're not being stopped by fear. Now, this is great. I just listened to a 20-minute teaching from Coach Banks. I'm no longer afraid. No, that's not how this works. I'm addressing it so you can see it. So when you get there, you can realize I got to not allow this to win. And you have to keep taking over more and more territory. Because fear owns a lot of what does not belong to it in you. And you're either catering to it, you're being beaten by it, you're feeding it and helping it, or you're ignoring it. And what you need to be doing is combating it, and you combat it by coming after it. And here's one last thing I'm going to say on this note. Okay, and I'll do something. I'll do dance. Okay, I'll do dance. Cut my head off here a little bit. Okay, don't look at my feet. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. Okay, and you say, okay, all right, I see what you're doing, but what you're doing is you're doing this. Okay, for that to work, you need to do this. Okay, now the knees have to bend. You got to get the feet over a little bit apart, and then the person that you're training is going, oh, okay. Do it. Okay, I got it. And then they go all the way back to the beginning of the thing when they were at halfway to work themselves up to try to get to the point where they can work on that one simple thing you're isolating and trying to make work. It's like we're working on one move here. This is all we're doing. All right. I need you to over-articulate that line. Okay? The line is Mississippi. Okay, Mississippi. No, Mississippi. Okay, got it. So I'm going to Mississippi. I did all the fucking work. You didn't do the work. How are you going to fix it? By listening to me? I'm telling you what to do so that you can take the notes and do it so you can correct whatever it is that we're addressing. Do you guys see this? Are you tracking with me, or am I like thinking in Swahili over here? I don't get it. It doesn't make any sense to me because you can't keep it in your head. You got to get it out. But if it's in your head, it's right and it's perfect. If you get it out, it'll be exposed as not being perfect. And now you've been caught, and we can't have that because our value is connected to that. And I can't have my value taking a hit like that right now. You don't know the day I'm having. Do you see how this works? Great. Because now you've got to work it. See, there's people out there all over in their homes, all over the world right now with issues. Like everybody. But they don't know how to get around the issue. They don't have the information. They don't have the path to get around it. I'm showing you what it is so you can understand it, so you can start working on it. Why? To do what I'm asking you to do so I feel like I'm in control? I mean, come on. I'm saying it because I want you to get over and past the fear, because I personally love dealing with creative people that are truly in their creative gifts, that are not catering to fears and insecurities. Now, granted, you're new at something. Okay, you're new at something. You're new, you know, there's a little bit more hesitancy. You don't really understand it, but you have to kind of work into it. But as you're working into it, there's a progression of you taking on more and more ownership and not letting the fear and the insecurities and the self-consciousness and the vanity and the ego and the pride keep you from getting to your brilliance, because all it's going to do is keep you in your comfort zone feeling good. That's what bed is for at night when you're sleeping. There's your comfort zone, your little cozy zone. I love it. It's kind of like, because like, I get it, 6.5 hours of, and then back in the grind. Why? Because if you're an evolving being, you're not going to continue to settle. You're going to continue to stretch yourself and put yourself in situations that will challenge you so that you can continue to grow, to get past all that crap that's holding you down and preventing you from getting into your creative process. Now, here's just a quick note on authenticity, and I will pick this up next week on authenticity. What authenticity is genuineness of self. What authenticity is not is a copy, a duplicate, a replica, a trying to because someone else did. Now, a lot of you guys might be aware of smoking out the window. We put up pictures on the feed. We've been talking about it. Daniel's had a bit where he's got a Bruno Mars song and he wanted to bring it to life, and he brought in his backup singers, and basically we got in here for a whole night and just covered the pants off of that thing, and it was a riot. It was a blast. And everybody was having just a crack up, man. It was just a lot of creative fun. These guys were just getting pushed and shoved and twisted, and we were tightening it and making it better and just knocking it out and going through. It's just a great workout. But I'm sitting over here and I'm looking over, and it got to a point where I was like, this is really good. This is fun. And you remember what I said to you, Daniel? Nah, what else did I say? Along the lines of what I'm teaching. Do you remember? Do you remember?
Yes, me.
I'll tell you who remembers is Anthony remembers. I said, we need to do an original song.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
We don't need to do covers and copies. We can do this. We can do that. I saw it. I went, well, great. We're doing his stuff. Why aren't we just doing our own stuff? Let's just do our own stuff. The talent's there. It's right there. That's what we did with this song. Celine and Laith wanted to cover the song. And then I got in there and I went, no, we're going to rewrite this. I rewrite most everything. You guys know that. Because why? I want to put genuineness on it. I want to make it authentic to what it's being used for and who's actually doing it. There's nothing wrong with doing scenes. We do scenes as acting studios, all about doing scenes. But when you get to a point where you're creating your own stuff, you now need to make it authentically you. So some of the scenes in here that are written, that have been written from scratch with no other influence at all, except for what we're going to see, are authentic scenes. They're genuine pieces. They're not copying or trying to be anything else. Now, you can be inspired and you can be motivated. And there's a term in the business called stealing, but you're actually not stealing. You're basically just going, I like what they're doing. I want to do it too, my way. And guess what? They stole it from somebody who stole it from somebody who stole it from somebody who stole it from somebody. Because there's nothing. It's all coming from. It's all regurgitated. It's all regurgitated. It's just regurgitated in a different way. Because you're making it authentic to you. And if you're busy copying, trying to do what everybody else is or some other person is doing, like I get people in the studio that are a lot like somebody. You know, you're just like. And what happens is they go through their training trying to become that person. And then I get a hold of you and I go, wait a second, where are you? Let's take all that you have, but where are you? How do you want to say it? And now what happens is your fear starts to get confronted. Because you're, oh no, because if I do me, then if it doesn't work, perfection, my value is connected to it. I'm going to be out of my comfort zone and not feel good. I can't have that. And now you don't discover it. You lose it. And you're stuck in this phony baloney place. And then you'll get to a certain point in life, if we want some life coaching here, you're going to get to a certain point in life at some age, usually over 45, where you're going to start realizing, I never really was me. I've always been trying to be somebody else. Or you never hit that and you never find out and you just go to the grave of an imitation of yourself. And you never really did find your true, authentic, genuine self because you missed it. You're too busy trying to be something else as opposed to just embracing who you are and having enough guts to go, hey, this is my life. I'm here. I get 30,000 days. I'm out. Let's do something with this. And that's what we try to do with these showcases. Real hard is getting you to become more and more genuine. Even the scene that hasn't been changed at all, Holiday. Okay? I'm looking at that scene because I want to rewrite everything. I don't need to rewrite that scene. Let's just work you guys. And now we're finding all the fun little things that you guys are uniquely doing in the way that you're doing it. And you find you're in it and you just happen to use that scene as a platform, but you're not doing it the same identical way. You know, you change things up. So take chances, guys. Take chances because it's part of personal discovery of authenticity. That's what a good acting training program should have, is its ability to get you to be the authentic version of yourself, not a model. You know, they say, well, it's a model image. A model by definition is cheap imitation of the real thing. Right? And anytime somebody becomes famous or there's a famous song, you know, a hit song or a famous person, anybody in the category of that person then tries to become like that person. And you see all these replicas following behind. It's like, you know, you can try all you want. There was only one Jordan. There's only one Woods. You know, there's only one Brady. There's only one of these mega superstars that settled into knowing who they are and just happen to have those gifts and talents, and we're able to access them and develop them and get them to shine that way. And whether you become a superstar that the whole world knows your name, or you're just known in your own community, that's not what it's about, because not everybody becomes mega famous. We know that. It's just not the way it is. You become the best possible version of you.
Amen to that. I'm trying to get there.
You are. You're here. You're here. You're here doing it. Okay. So bring that to your work, guys. All right. I'm done up here. 4 of you can comment.
Anything you want to say online?
Online? Oh, we did you catch this? Oh, you guys got to see this. We weren't sure if this one was going to make the air or not. If you didn't know, I'm Coach Clay Banks, and we're streaming from Clay Banks Studio International here in the Hollywood area. And that was that. If you want to find out a little bit more about us, claybankstudio.com, and you can reach out to us and we will get back to you, because we are those kind of people. info@claybankstudio.com, and we'll be more than happy to help you out with anything you need help with within our resources. Okay, so we need four things to feed from with you guys.